Hey, so my objective here is just to make a bunch of files, and this is my 15th as of right now. My 15th canonized file because everything I do here is a work of art. So, what I have decided upon is that I am just gonna fucking. I'll put OBS on the other monitor real quick so that I can actually see it. I am going to disable chat and just play fucking Tuki. I don't know why it's muted. Yeah, I fucking know. My save data is from a previous version. Fuck. Okay. I was going in with expectations to talk about something. I'm not really sure. I don't know what wallpapers I have. Because there are like a lot. There's probably been like a lot since I last. There's one for lavender waters, I think. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's the best one. I don't even have to think about it. That's just the best one. What is? Fuck me. I was gonna talk about art. I guess in a way I am talking about art. I just didn't expect it to be in this general fashion in which I just be like. I mean, I'm playing Tuki. Of course, I'm gonna be gushing over other people's art. But shit. These are characters that I do not remember. I wish I had remembered them. Maybe I'll set that one. I think I like that one. Fuck, it's abandoned apartments. Fuck. Sorry, I'm fangirling so hard over nothing. Really, I thought I was gonna get some like productive conversation down, but with regards to art and shit, but maybe this is productive actually. It's fucking Frozen Glade. Pincushion Land. I forgot where that is, but man. I need to check in on these more often. I guess maybe it's been a while since I last checked. What is that? There's a lot here that really catches my eye. And really, there's no purpose for this video to exist. I might just like delete it immediately after I make it. But such is the beauty of the temporal need to actually get on to playing the fucking game. Maybe I'll save. Hello, piggy bank. So, I was gonna talk about something. I was gonna talk about the worries that I have with regards to this particular format. This being a 15th file. How the fuck is this a Nexus world? It's an unknown location. It's not a milestone. 15 is not a milestone. It's just like, I got files that I'm supposed to be making. Yeah, I know what this is ripping off. There are files that I'm supposed to be making that can be anything, really. They can just be like, they can be audio files, they can be video files like this one. They can, I mean, the vast majority of them right now are just text files. Me just like writing one line or like dumping a bunch of shit from my Google Drive. But like, fact of the matter is I need to stick to something. And sticking to something historically is not something that I've done. Like, for years now I've been trying and failing to start up daily things that I just don't end up doing. Oh. I appreciate that the pop-ups have just decided that, you know what, fuck it, man, you're on your own. I'm not the guy to ask for the names of these worlds. These are just like unknown location, Lamau. These worlds can't all be unnamed. Sorry. Huh? Seems like the most obvious name ever for a world, Rune World. I'd be surprised if I, fuck, binding site. Man, I'm completely blanking on a lot. And I'm not, like, I'm not a good commentator by any means. If I'm making this to entertain, then I will surely set myself up for failure. But the fact is that I'm not. I'm doing this to have an outlet. I'm just like, allow voyeurism. No, that's not true. And frankly, I don't really want it to be. It's weird that that scrolls the exact same speed as the walk speed. That's not the way I came. Okay. I like this place. Fishy. Oh, fuck this. I don't think there's really any reason for me to be in Ubuntu world. I keep getting sidetracked between like talking about the file system and talking about the game, and each mode of thought like winds up screwing me over, and like it's two dueling trains of thought and they're both derailing each other. It must be like great to be able to focus on one singular line of consciousness at a time. Cause like I feel like I'd be a lot more productive, actually. What the fuck? What the what? I did nothing to trigger that. Sure, man. Two trains of thought. We're both derailing each other. What else is there to say? Right, okay, the other thing that I was trying to say was that it must be nice to not have that. Given that you'd be a lot more productive and not have everything, like, clamoring for your attention all the fucking time. Like, I think now I'm really starting to feel the D in ADHD. 'Cause, like, I feel like my attention receptors have been, like, very thoroughly burnt out. And I'm unable to do much outside myself. Not unable, but I don't mean to paint myself as some like, oh fucking poor me. I have to think a little harder about my trains of thought whenever I speak. It's just that like not a lot of people seem to have this same struggle, and I think I wormed my way into it. Oh, New World. I think I wormed my way into it by virtue of talking to fucking nobody. And living inside my own head, and prior to— what the fuck is the point of it? Sorry. I'm prioritizing my language, my literal language too, in lieu of any outside communication, except with like Lavender and Seven Form and all that. So that's where I lie. That's where I've been lying, and I'm trying to get myself out of that loop by exposing myself to methods of communication that are outside of the things that I normally do, but that requires commitment. And you know, part of that deficit part of ADHD is that commitment is a dirty word. What? Sorry, it's a dirty... Not a... It's not a dirty word. It's a thing that does the opposite of come naturally to me. it's only in waves that a certain, like, spew of motivation will come to me. And I think it's a fucking wonder that I managed to live this long while forgetting everything. But I guess that's just because, like, you know, nobody really depends on me for anything. I only really depend on myself, and, you know, good thing about having a healthy mindset is that you don't want to kill yourself all the time. Bad thing about having a healthy mindset is having an ego. And what that ego does is it tells you, hey, you fucking idiot, you do not have to change anything about yourself, really. Cause, like, you know, you're like so cool, and I think you're so cool, you know? Like, you don't have to do anything more. Really, you don't have to commit to any of this, like, bullshit. Cause, like, whose clock are you on? You're not on anyone else's clock. Like, you can just do this whenever you want to. You've earned it, buddy. It's just like, fucking thanks, but like, you know, you want to make art, I want to make art. Why the fuck will you not just, like, set up the position, the good position, in which we will both be making art, like, more often. And, like, it could come at the expense of our well-being, but what? That's a confusing DM. Okay. I need to ask her how. Fuck, I completely lost my train of thought again. I'll watch over this later on and just go, wow, you're such a fucking idiot for losing that thought, but... I'm already kicking myself, because that was a good topic of conversation that I had going on for a while. But I fucking lost it. I'm not a good entertainer. It helps that I'm not trying to be. It's just that I gotta leave, like... It doesn't have to be structured, you know? I just need, like, enough of a... Oh, what? Oh. Is this the There Are Many Colors world? This reminds me of that. If there's like an area in which it changes color, then surely it must be a reference to that thing in which the thing changes color and kind of has a color scheme like this. I like this path. Last thing I said, I'm not an entertainer. I'm just leaving behind a breadcrumb trail, enough of a breadcrumb trail, so that I can go back and prove to myself that that I'm not lying about this game. That no, neat. That I'm not like huh. Proving to myself, because the past is a massive, solid, floating brick, right? You know, today is the first day of the rest of your life, and all of that kind of shit. Like that has been my my working mode of thought for the past forever. Today is the next day of the rest of your life. Sorry, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And the sentiment behind that is just that, you know, past is a massive stone brick, and the future is also a less massive stone brick, but also you don't have access to it right now. You don't have access to the future right now. And, I mean, you have access to, like, little segments of the future, but it's not really substantial enough to have an effect, and really, every miniature step isn't really substantial enough to have an effect. It's just like, you know, something happens. Just like a lot went into having that event happen, and it's just over, and it's whatever. I'm not a fatalist, but I'm living my life as if I was. I'm living my life as if I am a fatalist. That I can just, you know, fucking do whatever, because the future is, like, not yet written. And it's okay. The future's not written, and it's okay. And everything is perfect. Really. And everything is perfect. I have a few phrases that come to mind when my brain is fried. And I think my brain is fried right now just thinking about it. Thinking about anything, really. And it wasn't really until I started recording that I was, no, I recognized that some of the text in my notes in the past files, the first 15 before this one, were, like, completely incomprehensible and unrecognizable. And I was able to acknowledge that. But right now, I'm completely bombing at making a video. And it's just like, this is a muscle that you have to train. You have to be charismatic and confident. And I like to imagine that in some ways I am, but just very unconventionally. I'm quiet a lot of the time because I don't have a lot to say a lot of the time. I am grateful for all of my friends that do have a lot to say, but I think ever since I became so engrossed in myself and my art. Ever since I became so engrossed in myself and my art that huh? Okay. Ever since I became so engrossed in myself and my art, I can't fucking multitask. Ever since I became so engrossed in myself and my art that my outward-facing speech has become kind of unintelligible, and circling back in these thought patterns that only serve to incestuously and cannibalistically feed upon themselves, and that's a bad thing when you're trying to communicate ideas to people. Because how are you going to communicate an idea to a person when you don't understand what the fuck they're trying to say to you? And that's my issue. That's what's going on. Nah. Is that nah? I might be stupid. I think that's nah. The hiragana for nah. I wouldn't be so sure myself. I guess a lot of that feeds into a sense of inadequacy. Inadequacy about how I convey myself. It's not like an unfounded kind of inadequacy. It is a very much so founded kind of inadequacy. That I just simply do not have the words to convey myself in a way that matters. For the most part. Most times. A lot of times, actually. I think I think it'll be okay. I can recognize that I'm speaking incomprehensibly, and as long as I recognize that I'm speaking incomprehensibly, then I can train myself like I'm doing now with this recording, file 15. I can train myself to not speak incomprehensibly. So that's where I'm at. With the files. The files actually helped me discover that I was speaking as incomprehensibly as I was to myself, and that I kind of straight up did not have a mode of conversing with human people. But it's okay. It's not that I don't have a way of conversing with human people. Like, I don't... Of course, I can't fucking just like lay claim to the fact that, oh, I'm not speaking English. Nobody can understand me. But I am recognizing one thing, and that's that my constant loops of trains of thought detaching, trains of thought like crashing and burning someplace else. All of that hinders my communication ability. And what's the solution to that? Step one, communicate. And I've been recognizing that a lot of my communication as of late has been very one-sided. All my best friends are just ones that talk to me and don't really expect anything in return in conversation. And, you know, that's beginning to remind me of someone who pissed me off by doing that exact thing. And now that I think about it, they really shouldn't have. They didn't... I mean, they weren't as cognizant about it as I am. So I think I'm okay. The fact of the matter is that there's a lot that I need to work on, like, consciously. And just, like, raw communication isn't enough. I have to be able to hold up a conversation with myself and a hypothetical audience and have it make sense. And, you know, step 2 of that is that I also need to read. I speak in my own language too much, and that's exhausting to many people. Don't know where the fuck I am. It's exhausting to many people, including me. And I already forgot what my train of thought was leading up to this. So, yeah, I guess part of it is lapse in memory. That I've had no real reason to remember the past, like, minute or 20 seconds. So, that part of my brain just isn't working 100%. And that's okay. You know, it's okay to be fucking stupid and bad at every single thing you do. You know, like, when I said that, you know, the only thing that matters is now, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like, I didn't mean it like you should fucking forget everything. That's what I got. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. I'm stupid. Yeah, I might be fucking stupid. That's cool, man. I, uh, I wasn't planning on sleeping tonight anyway. Oh, it just hit me that I got an effect from that. Shit. Uh... Good position to be in. Why is that waterfall just white noise? Could have at least, like, slapped a vocoder on it. You know, like a delay or something. Like, vocoder makes anything sound watery. It's much better when you use white noise for wind, though. What? What? Fuck off. Oh well. There are people outside, so I might as well end the recording. I hope I'll become more articulate in future files. But for now, this is where I leave you. Good night.